Hello everybody, and welcome to the 18th episode of my Direwolf20 119 Modpack series. And as you can see, I am back from Japan. I got back this morning. It was uh, a very rough trip to say the least. I'll probably make a video on it on my other channel, which I will eventually get around to making all those videos about me being in Japan if you guys are interested in that. But if you aren't, don't worry about it at all. You got your Minecraft stuff right here. But let's see, last episode we finished off getting all this power, and someone did mention that these do produce power based off how much ethylene they have in them. So instead of having 500,000 RF per tick, right now I only have around 300,000 RF per tick, which, granted, is still fantastic. Now, what I want to do this episode, as I mentioned at the end of last episode, is actually work on automation. One thing I am going to do, I don't know if I'm going to do it now or in a little bit, just it depends on, I guess, what I want to think. I want to think about it a bit more, but we'll get into that in a little bit. And that is actually over here. And if we look down here, I just have so many ores backstuffed, or sorry, so many of the raw chunks backstuffed in here that I realized having one set up is just not going to work, because every time this pulls in more of the osmium, it just sucks more osmium out of my of my refined storage system, and it's just always going to be doing osmium forever then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 6 new lines, because there are 7 ores I think that I have to do. And on each line, I'm actually going to have 3 of these machines here, so it can go 3 times as fast. Now that's going to do a lot of, it's going to be really resource heavy and probably power heavy too. Probably more power heavy than I can even make, unironically right now, even though I just worked on getting a whole bunch of power last episode. So I don't know if I'm going to do that just yet, but I will do that because I want each resource to actually be getting, processed instead of just having one resource be processed at a time. But that is that for now. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get ready to do some auto crafting with refined storage, and when I get some of the blocks put together, I'll bring you guys back in. To get into auto crafting, the first thing you're going to need is a pattern grid, and to get a pattern grid, is it right here, you need to make a normal grid, and then, excuse me, and then get yourself the pattern grid right there. Now I'm going to just place it right here quickly. I'll connect on up, and to use the pattern grid, you need to get patterns. So if we just take a pattern out right here, just put them in right there, and now what we can do is set up crafting. You can see here there is exact and process. Exact just means like a normal crafting recipe. For example, an exact crafting would just be doing this. This is an exact crafting. You turn one thing into the other thing in a crafting table. But processing is a little bit different. Processing is how you would automate using any machine. For example, if you put one of these processing patterns next to a redstone or pulverizer right here, you can input stuff in the pulverizer and then have the pulverizer output into, do I have any like an interface, and then it will consider that as completing the craft. We'll get into that a little bit more a bit later, but right now I just want to show you guys the basic of how these patterns work. So we're right here. The very first pattern you should make is for patterns themselves. So this is how you make the pattern right here. And you don't actually need the items to make the, the pattern right here, because it doesn't actually use items. You can't actually pull out of here. I'm clicking right now. You can see I can't pull anything out. So to actually use the pattern, we need something called a crafter. So if we look up crafter right here, we need to make one of these guys. And to do that, probably need another machine frame. Oh, we should go to the actual crafter grid. Oh, actually I already had a crafter grid. So we can choose that right here. To make the crafting grid, you just need to have the quartz enriched iron in the corners, machine frame, construction frame, deconstruction frame, and then 2 of these advanced processors. To make this very simple, I'll just pop this right here, and I'll take our pattern and put it in here. These are upgrade slots. I think it increases the speed by 5 for each upgrade. So if you have any speed upgrades I can show you with. So you can see the corner right there. We are at 1 times speed right now. With that in there, we're at 2 times speed, so I guess it just doubles whatever is in there right now. So what we can do now is go to pattern. We can pull our current patterns out. You can see it. We have the pattern right here now. All we have to do is type in 1, and we have all the resources available. Now we have an automatic glass farm, and that's just down here, I'm pretty sure actually. We have an automatic glass farm right there, but we do not have any automated way to get these quartz enriched iron. And to do that, let's actually just pull that up right here quickly. We can actually make another pattern right there. Actually, we should go to the pattern machine for that. And now we have a pattern for the coarse enriched iron as well. Now we can simply go back to the pattern we're going here, and we can craft as many as we want. So let's just say 64. You can see we already have all the stuff available, and we have to craft more of those coarse enriched iron because we don't have enough. And we can do that because we just added the pattern right there. And you can see this looks like they crafted very fast, actually. They crafted very fast. So now we can take these 64 and just pop it right in there. Just throw these extra patterns in there. Now, when you have a whole bunch of patterns, you can actually start, filling them up the crafters. But as you can see, these crafters only have 9 slots in them, so it's not the best. You'd have to have a whole bunch of crafters to actually get that working. But Direwolf has a wonderful mod called Extra Storage. So if you go to Crafter again, you can see up here there's other types of crafters. There's iron, gold, diamond, and netherite. If we just click Shift here, you can see the upgrades each of them give. Iron is the same crafting speed of a base of 1, but has 3 times the inventory. Gold has 5 times the inventory. That's 7 times the inventory, and then 9 times the inventory. You can also see this has 125 times the base speed, and gold has 5, and diamond has 25. So it increases by 5 each time. Now, as I did mention, I did actually do a little bit of the auto crafting stuff off camera, but I want to show you guys this. I kind of got ahead of myself and forgot to show it on camera, so I thought I'd show all that stuff to you guys right there now. But I do actually have a diamond auto crafter up here. You can't see in the corner. It is at 45 times speed. You're probably wondering why it's at 45 and not 25. And that is because the speed upgrades are in here. Speed upgrades look like they just increase the base, like add the base processing, what it is. So since this has diamond, it's 5, it just adds 5 onto it each time. So you can see there, 45, it goes to 40, then put it back in, it goes right back down to 45. Just wanted to show you guys that a little bit quickly before I kind of get into the more complicated auto crafting of, using machines and not just patterns. So for that, I think the first thing I want to craft automatically is probably these guys right over here, the advanced frames, and we can hook into these blocks right here to do that. What I might have to do is somehow put storage buses on these guys for fluids, and that way I can have them be inputted into there. So what I'm going to do quickly, guys, is I'm going to make a couple of things I need to do, or a couple of machines and a little bit of, I guess, like cabling and stuff, so I can hook these guys up and then start making the processing patterns. So when I get all that resource ready, I'll bring you guys back in for that. Before getting into setting up refined storage automation for other things, I thought it would make sense to actually do some more refined storage automating in the first place. So what I did down here was I cleared a little bit of an area out, and I want to set up refined storage processing automating right here. And as you can see, I did. Actually, I tried making this clip a second ago, but I messed it up, so I thought I'd redo it right here. But pretty much when you put a crafter on top of a machine, it uses that machine for crafting. So if we right-click this, you can see right here it says Ultimate Smelting Factory. That means this crafter will use this machine right here for all of its auto-crafting purposes. So what do we want to do right now? I want to get these 3 things automated right here. And to do that, we need to come over here. Before I go into that, I want to mention one thing quickly. I know last clip or something I said exact was used for crafting. That is true, but not exactly. So right here, you can see Minecraft Tough is right there. However, if you go back to the crafting recipe right here, you can see it accepts any type of forge : stone. With exact on, that means this will only accept tough. With exact off, that means this will accept any type of Minecraft stone. So that's what it's for, not what I mentioned earlier. Exact's not only for just strict crafting recipes, it's to make the crafting recipe almost like a fuzzy crafting recipe that it can use any item as long as it has the same tag on it. And I actually do need that, so I'll just pull the crafting recipe out. But we want to use processing for this, and this is smart enough so it knows it's a processing recipe right here. So we can just put that in right there. However, we also need to know how to make these guys right here. I'll add that right in there, and I think I should probably add that in as well. If you click Shift, by the way, you can see all the recipes themselves right there. So now we have those guys done. What should we do next? I think we probably need to make the binding as well and put that in there as well. And I think that should be everything we need, because we should have all the other pieces right there. Now I might as well add these guys right here. Oops. So let's see, we'll put the recipe right there, then we'll click U on here, put that recipe right there, and then finally we'll get this guy put in right here and add that there. Now, you know what? I should probably add this guy as well. This is the one that's used for the extra storage. I might as well add that guy as well, actually, now that I think about it. Then click U and do that. So that is all the recipes. These ones right here are all processing recipes, and these ones right here are all crafting recipes. So I did actually make another crafter in between this and last time because I just needed more area over here. You can see I actually already started putting some of the stuff in the auto crafter. So these guys right here, these can get popped right into here. I could shift click, but I want them right there because that's all I'm rolling right now. These guys can go in here too. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go down to our crafting machine down there that I had with the Ultimate Smelting Factory. And these guys will be put directly into here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I should put that back up there as well too, but I'll do that in a second. So we need to come down here. We need to let's clear all this. The top will be an input and an output. And we're going to put auto eject on. Can you auto eject back into one of these? I'm not actually sure. So what I'm going to do quickly is I'm actually going to craft an interface. Importer created, and now we got our interface. I'm going to pop the interface just right in the back. What we're going to do with that is change the top just to an input again. And we're going to make the back an output and auto eject on. So that will just force it to go in there, and that will recognize it as done. So just to test this quickly, what we'll do is we'll go upstairs. We'll come to our crafting over here. We'll go to at refined. We will, let's see, I already got a whole bunch of processors in here, so we'll just take these out. If we click this to 64, that should, you wanna know what, guys? It may have put it in there, but I don't have any power in here. Oh, I do have power in here, never mind. I wonder where that came from. Let's see if it works. Now if we go to at refined, I can spell apparently, we can't see it's going in there. However, what I need to do first of all is do that, and I also need to put power on this right here. So I'm going to do quickly is, well, I can do that off camera. So this is essentially how it works, guys. This is how processing works. You put it into the machine and it puts out the back. So what I'm going to do quickly right now is, I'm going to create some more patterns for refined storage. I'm going to put them in the machine, all the machines up here, or maybe I'll get some other machines down here if I need them as well. And when I get them all crafted up, I'll bring you guys back in. I just spent a few moments crafting up a whole bunch of patterns here. And just one thing, yeah, I do realize I put the the pattern in the wrong area, so I just popped it down here in the processing area. As you can see, it says processing at the bottom, so that's how you know it's a processing one. I forgot to do that, but it's in here now, so that's all good. Now let's pop back upstairs. We are going to put all of our patterns back into our crafter up here. I think this one's already full. Yes, it is. So I'll just pop all of them into right here. I'm just going to shift click these in. Okay. As you can see, I pretty much just made all the basic machines that I know I need a lot, which is why I made them. So like patterns, crafting patterns, the cables, importers, exporters, and just crafters in general. And I guess I made that for fun because I want to see how much that would actually require for resource-wise if we could actually make one of these. I'm just curious. Oh, we actually can. Wow. But now look at this, guys. Though, look how much it's actually going to require. That's actually a lot of resources. How that would take a long time to do if we did that right now, though. But it'd be kind of fun. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. Actually, no. Screw it. We'll go for it. Why not, guys? We have all the resources available. Let's just go for it. I don't know. I think we're pretty funny. So if we go downstairs, we can see our stuff working. Over here, you can see it's going to be putting a whole bunch of stuff in here. I just realized I did that all one at a time. So that will take a very long time. But you know what? We'll have that go in the background while it's doing that. So what I want to now is start automating this guy over here. Because I want to start putting, more upgrades in my machines over here and stuff. As well as just being able to auto-craft all the machine casings, because doing it myself is kind of annoying, to be honest with you. So the first thing we're going to need to do is make an actual crafter. So let's see. We'll go to right here. Yes. We're going to probably need. We'll start with an iron crafter. If you guys are wondering why I'm using lower tier crafters for this, not any of these higher ones, because since the machine, or since the crafter itself is not actually doing crafting, it's going to machine, you don't really need to put speed upgrades in this guy at all. I think I have a crafting. So what we're going to do now is make a crafting monitor as well, just so we can see how our crafting is working. So I think it's called a crafting monitor. Yes, crafting grid, crafting monitor. So first we can just do that. Oops, I need to control click to start that. And then I should be able to click the right one again. Actually, I might just do it myself quickly, because maybe it was a bad idea doing that right there. I think I actually may have made a crafting monitor already though up here. Yes. And let's just cancel these guys right here first. And this will kind of show the process of everything that's being crafting right now. It may make sense to just stop this for now. And yeah, I'll stop that crafting process for now, but I will go back into crafting the other things first. So I'll grab myself an iron crafter quickly. Should go pretty fast. Okay. Now we got ourselves a crafter. I'm going to put this guy on top of the machine right here. We need to make sure input is on top, so that should be good. And now we need to break stuff under and get this pointed directly down. You can see it is working as it's going into the distillation chamber. Now, what I just realized, did I put the interface on auto crafting? No, I didn't. Okay, so that means I have one more thing I need to add to the auto crafting area right there. So we'll go here, we'll go to interface. Perfect, and we'll just pop that up in the area over here, because you guys will use a lot of interfaces, trust me. In fact, I'm so confident we're going to need a bunch of interfaces, I'll just craft 32 right now. So we'll just take, I don't need one right now, I think. I know I'm going to need so many of those, so I thought I might as well just go and craft a whole bunch of them. Okay, gonna break back here. And go right to there. And then on the back of this guy, we'll put an output. Where's the back? There we go. We'll go push to the back. And that should be good. Again, as you can see, I had it pushed to the top. I just don't know if that actually works, going into the top into one of these machines here. So what we're going to do with this now, we are going to add the, what's he called, the machine frames, as well as probably these upgrades as well, just so I can have them in there. So we'll go back up to the top, and we'll go into the crafting right here. Now, let's see. We'll go to, let's see, processing. We'll start with the processing upgrade. What is nice about refined storage is that it's very good at knowing, let's see, how to put liquids in. So right here, you can actually see liquid is put into their crafting grid as well. We just take that. This should work perfectly. And if you scroll down, you can actually see, I guess there's no scroll down. Oh wait, so you can scroll down, so if there's any more that's needed in there, it will actually select all that you need. So by putting this crafting grid into here, this should go ahead and craft us that. So if we go back to processing, let's see if this works. So it looks like it's missing latex, and it's missing those things. So these are things I have to put in auto craft. So bang. And now we go to processing. We should have all this set and good to go. So if we start that, we'll run downstairs. Hopefully we can get this in the last second of it working. And did it already go? Yes, it did, but I want to show you guys it. So we'll click start one more time. We go in here. You can see it input the latex. We get the machine frame right out. Perfect. Sorry, not the machine frame. The processing upgrade. So what I want to do now is put all the other machines in there. All the machine frames in there, sorry. So to go back over here, we go to add industrial foregoing. We can now craft all the machine frames right here. So we got the basic one, we got the simple one, remember for this, we're going to probably need to learn how to make the gold. Already have that on the autocraft? Nice, looks like I do. Let's see. I guess I do, that's kind of crazy, I didn't realize that. But we're probably going to have to add this into the autocraft as well. That is another process, we'll put that in a different area. Actually, it was this one right here that I need to move over. This is a normal one. And let's see, what else do we need here? We need the advanced frame. So I'm probably need diamonds. Oh, looks like I already have diamonds on craft though, so that's nice. Okay, put that right there. And then finally, we will put the supreme frame in there as well. Perfect. So if we go over here, come to the crafter right here, we should put the, let's see, where's the basic? Simple, advanced, and then supreme. We'll run over to our guy over here. We'll put in that one right there, so we can make those. Now, I don't know if I actually have enough netherite to make one of these, but we'll try. And this final one should go into there. With that, we should be able to auto-craft the supreme casings, right? No, we need gold gears. That's fine. Fortunately, we have a pattern grid right up here. So we got gold gear. Okay, we use this one, I think. And then just pop that in there, and now we should be able to craft the supreme guy right here. Start. Now we'll just run downstairs quickly so we can see it all doing its stuff. Hopefully we will make it on time to at least see something crafting. Already making the advanced. Yep, I should put the advanced room in here. And perfect. These things are so annoying to make, so I'm very happy to have it being automated because I do not like doing that stuff myself, to be honest with you. It's very tedious. Now we have it all on autocraft. Put the floor back right there. What I'm going to do now is, let's see, I'm going to autocraft the other three of these guys here. The other two pieces right there. And I think there are some other things I want to autocraft, but before that I kind of want to think about it and see what else I want to autocraft. Because I'll be honest with you guys, as I mentioned, I just got back from Japan, so I'm still a little bit out of the world. So I'm going to take a quick stop here just to think about what I want to autocraft next, and then I'll bring you guys back in when I think about that. While I'm thinking about what to do next for autocrafting, I thought it'd be pretty fun to just show you guys the crafting monitor for this right here. As I was thinking about what to do next for the autocrafting, I thought it'd be just a pretty good idea to kind of revamp my area over here for all my ore smelting, because as I mentioned earlier, all of our ores are just getting piled up in here and they're not actually getting used. I'm pretty much only making osmium at this point. So I kind of carved an area of the wall right here. You can see it's 5, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. So the injecting factory, the purifying factory, the crushing factory, the enriching factory, and finally the smelting factory will be the only 5 blocks of it visible. These 3 blocks here will be in the back because, as you guys may remember me saying, these 3 blocks, will be 3 of these for each line, because these go a lot slower than these guys can process, so I thought having 3 would be a pretty decent amount. What I'm also going to have to do is greatly increase the size of this little monstrosity over here, because I'll have to do 7 times the output so I can handle all of this. And I may have to do even more, because it should be more efficient now by doing all this. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to auto-craft all of these blocks right here and then place them down. Now I won't be able to do it right away, or I won't be able to start it right away because I do need to, make the backbone of all this stuff over there first, but I at least want to show you guys what it will look like, and then when I get that done, I'm going to make another area out, or I may even clear this back area out over here so I can remake this little monstrosity over here to be able to handle 7 times the output. Okay, I will bring you guys back in once I get some of that stuff done. Oh boy, guys, I didn't realize how big of an undertaking this was going to be. As you can see here, I got all 7 set up, 7 rows, and if you come back here, you can see, yeah, this is going to be really big. As I mentioned, each one of these is for 1 row, because as we mentioned over here, these guys are working not fast enough to keep up with these machines over here. So I was like, I might as well make as many of these as I can, and I just chose 3 as the number for that, because I thought doing more than that would just take up too much space and probably eat a ton of power too. Honestly, I have no clue how much power this entire thing is going to take. Hopefully it's going to be under what we're making, but we'll end up seeing that if it does or not. So what I'm going to do now is create a new line for sulfuric acid, because that is the first item we're going to need. Now over here, not sulfuric acid. So the sulfur line is pretty much the bottleneck right here, as you can see. So I'm gonna probably change this machine out here for a crushing factory, and hopefully that's enough. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this setup right here. Honestly, I just may make an entire new setup there, and just copy this over there and bring it over there somehow. But I just thought I'd mention that quickly. And what I'm going, yeah. So yes, guys. Sorry, I'm like thinking while talking right now, so it's kind of working my brain a bit too much. So I'm going to do is I'm going to make that little setup over here and just hook it all up, and hopefully it's enough, but we'll end up seeing if it is or not. Yeah. So I'll bring you guys back in once I figure that out. I've been working a good bit right here, guys, and this thing is already looking absolutely bonkers. Let me tell you that right now. Right here, excuse me, I have our hydrogen and oxygen setup. It is 5 electrical excipilators. They all have max out upgrades in them. This is drawing 160,000 R per tick by just these 5 blocks right here. So we already may need more power, but we'll see, because I think we're producing 100 or like 350,000, and we're at least staying positive right now, so that's good. What else I have done is added a whole bunch of stuff everywhere, but I'll go by a little bit at a time. I have 4 chemical oxidizers right here, pumping all of these into here. I think this one can probably do 1 more chemical oxidizer, so I may just add 1 in between this and showing you what I would do next. But yeah, I actually may even add, just straight up 1 more of these, then get 10 of these, because as like it was over here with this one over here, it seems like the sulfur is going to be the back stuffing again. I don't know if I'm making enough though. If I'm making enough, it won't really matter. So I may just hold off on that and just add the 5th one for now. And if I am having a net loss in this pipe, then I will probably go ahead and add the another row of these by putting another mechanical crush on top of it. But for now, I'll just add the 1 more to max out this thing's efficiency by using the last 2 rows, and I think that should be good. And then over here, what I have is I have these all extracting as fast as possible, as well as having an input of energy. Sorry, an input for energy. Over here, as you can see, I put a node overclocker with. Sorry, I put 8 node overclockers with maxed out with energy. I'm hoping this. Well, this should means this should be able to draw 100. Sorry, not 100. 900,000 RF per tick. This should be able to draw out, which is hopefully enough for all these machines, as well as these machines over here. But I guess we'll see. If it's not, I can always add another one of those points on this side, and that will just double it, and then just keep going till it is enough energy. Now these are all pretty much the exact same, except this is the only one that has the point on it. Now over here, you may be wondering if these are all hooked up, how is this gonna work? These all have inputs, of course, for energy, and they all have basic filters on them with the correct crystal. So if we see here, this is the iron crystal. We go up here, this is the gold crystal, and if we just go over here, we can type crystal. I just pretty much put them in this order along right here, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I did actually count right, fortunately. Otherwise, I'd probably have to change this design up here, probably move that one down and that another one right there if it was 8 or something. But that's how it is going so far. And I haven't really made the exit, or sorry, the output yet. I just kind of set it up. I will probably hook it up to here. I'm not sure if I'm going to move this. I may move this, but I'm not sure just yet. But that's what we have so far. I am going to have to do some special things, because these blocks right here need hydrogen chloride in them, but they are kind of blocked off, and I don't want to put blocks in the front. I have an idea on how we're going to do that. I actually have a very clear idea how we're going to do that. So once we get to that point, I will go ahead and show you. But first, I actually need to get a hydrogen chloride plant going. So what I'm going to do right now is I just cleared a little bit of an area out over here. I'm going to actually just straight up build 2 more of these and have them both be producing brine, so that I can use it to just pump in to make the hydrogen chlorine. I don't know, I keep saying hydrochloric acid. That's the chemical in my mind for some reason. And hopefully that's going to be enough to backstuff it, but I guess we'll just see if it's good or not. So yes, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build those evaporation chambers. I'm going to build 2 of them with max height. I think max height is 18, but I can just check it to be sure. I am going to build a hydrogen chloride machine, another one. and I'm going to show you guys how we're going to connect hydrogen chloride into this when I come back from building that machine right there. I thought I'd quickly pull you guys in here while I was doing a little bit more autocraft setup right here. I did add an induction smelter right here because I wanted to start doing a little bit of autocrafting for refined storage. Sorry, not refined storage, thermal expansion. Right here, we're going to put these guys in here. The reason I'm doing this is because I wanted to speed up a couple of machines, namely this one right here, or just, I guess, really any machine. I just wanted to speed them up, so I thought this would be a good chance to just, go ahead and do it. So these go in here. I think I'm going to need to put a interface there quickly. So if we just pull up interface, grab one out, and that should be good now. And the rest of these right here should just be crafting recipes. Oh, so we're going to double down. Let's get upstairs. This guy's almost full, I'm pretty sure, too. He's very almost full. Actually, he is full now. That's perfect. What I'm going to do, by the way, guys, is I'm probably going to move that anyways pretty soon, because I think I'm going to make this wall just an entire wall of crafters. But I'm not going to do that just yet. I guess one more thing I will show you guys, well, I will show you just quickly, is I did put a way to automate nether scrap. The best way to make nether scrap in this pack, or I guess the most efficient way, is by using the crusher, and you get it by 3 times. So right here, I just have a really quick setup. I input the ancient debris in there. I then pull it out of here, and it makes netherite scrap. It just triples it pretty quickly. Now that I have everything situated, I think it's a very good time to tell you about what I'm going to do. And you guys probably already know what I'm going to do. And that is to use, where is it? That is to use entangle porters. So, need to make entangle porter blocks. And looks like I need to make some chests first. So just quickly pull up the chest recipe. Just make 64 so I have a whole bunch. Then entangle. Just make the block now. I'm going to need 7 of these, 1 for each block. And I'm just going to very simply put it right here, right in front of the chest, right here. Probably have to put it right here so it works. I have it just hooked the same way, so I'm pretty sure I do this and that. I go there, 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 and I do this all the way up. Now I'm gonna do this quickly right here, and then let's get the one with you. Now I don't actually know how this works block wise. I don't know like how face wise, because I haven't actually used these, but essentially what this does is it gives us 6 more surfaces to use this block to pump stuff into on the side. So I'm going to do is come into here. I'm going to go to gases. It looks like it's input on all sides, so it doesn't look like it actually matters. So I should just have to run an ultimate gas pipe here, and it should work pretty fine. Let's see right here. This should be all I have to do, and that should have gas in it now. Yes. All I should be able to do now is just go right up here. Looks like if you look at that too, it actually looks like it shows the block it's looking at, which is actually pretty nice. So these should all have hydrogen chloride in it now. Perfect. Now, all I should have to do to get the machine running is just fill out. That didn't work. Is just fill out this guy right here. It should be all I have to do. So if we come over to here and go to raw, can you drag and drop over here? Yes, you can. And my drag and drop doesn't like working half the time. Let's make that 64. I'm going to fill this up quickly, then I'll bring you guys back in. Okay, now that I have everything in, it should be working. But actually, no. Let's look up here and see. So down, right, iron. Is everything connected? So it's all connected to right there. So if we go upstairs, try that one more time. It looks like it's connected. Oh, you want to know what? You want to know what, guys? I don't know if I set these guys to input on the top. No, I did. That's item input 2, so that should be working. They should all be working. Let's see. How can I fix this? Alright guys, give me one moment. I'll come back and fix it with you guys. Or show you guys how I fixed it. Turns out I was being a pretty big doofus, guys. If we come back down here, you guys most definitely noticed this. I was just being a dummy. If we go into here, I had a basic filter in here, and as you can see, it's set to allow, which means this is a whitelist, and I have nothing whitelisted, therefore it doesn't do anything. But if we come over here quickly, once we take this out, You can see it's doing its job. So now if we come up here, let's put this away quickly, filter out right now. Everything should be filling up and making it all working. Now, I actually have no speed upgrades in this because I wanted to just see how much power it consumed by itself. So it looks like because this is for all these machines right here, as well as these machines right here. As we can see, it is working. You can check all of them, just to make sure. And yes, all of them are in fact working. Perfect. So what I'm going to do next is, let's see. So this is good right here. And you know what? I was watching the video, and we are about 45 minutes in. So I may actually just end the video here. We just got this entire contraption set up here, which, if I do say so myself, I think is a pretty good accomplishment. We got just a whole bunch of pretty much everything. Looks like this is backstuffing now, so we're making more than we actually need. I know we can use hydrogen chloride for another thing, so that's good to have extra of that. That's kind of why I put all these super big gas tanks everywhere. It looks like we're net profiting on everything, which is perfect. But as I just mentioned, I think it is a good time to end the episode right here. We did just make this really big monstrosity back here, and we also did a whole bunch of auto crafting, which I introduced you guys to. I know I did a little bit earlier off camera with mainly the ones upstairs, but I'm sorry about that. It didn't click in my head that I probably should show this, but now I did, and I'm happy I was able to. Next episode, I will probably work on some of the new mods, because as you guys know, I haven't been here for a month, so I haven't played the game in a month, and the mod pack's updated multiple times. And things like Botania are added, there's even more additions to things like Ars Nouveau, so I kind of want to check all those mods out. So I think next episode we're going to look at the list of mods. Actually, right here on the screen, I'll put a screenshot of all the mods that were added so you guys can just see what it is. I'm sure you guys know at this point, but I didn't know. And we're probably going to look through a couple of them and work on them next episode. Well, yes. Thank you very much for watching this episode. Again, sorry if this episode seems a bit awkward with how I spoke, because I haven't been able, I really didn't do any of this type of stuff, so I'm kind of getting right back into the episode making and stuff, so I may be a little bit off, but I hope I'm not too off, at least. Well, once again, guys, thank you very much for watching the 18th episode of my IRL 2119 mod pack series. I very much look forward to see you guys in the next episodes. Now that I'm back from Japan, I'm looking forward to making as many episodes as I possibly can. I guess one more thing I will say before heading off is I will go back to doing the every other day instead of every 3 days. So look forward to more episodes than I was when I was gone. Once again, guys, sorry. I will see you guys in the next couple days for episode 19. Bye.